Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading for June 2020. And I just want to say to you, before I even start selecting any cards or anything like that, I sense this new beginnings energy in the air for you. It's really, really amazing. And even the way that I'm doing it, like I'm doing your reading first, as I do every, in all my weekly readings as well. Like I'm physically recording it first. And everything was just so different, everything's, but in such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way though. Like for example, I usually do my readings in the middle of the night. Like I'm a little bit of a night owl, so I will maybe start doing readings at like 12 o'clock and finish at like 2 o'clock maybe, and I love it. I love that quiet sense of peace in the middle of the night, because there's no you know outside noises or banging or cars hooting or anything like that. But I really found myself smiling, because right now it's actually it's early in the morning. It's like that new dawn, that start of a new day, the start of a new era. And I feel that beautiful new sort of energy for you, like it's a start of something amazingly new, like um it could feel that there's a lot of things, for example, that you needed to change in your life, for the best of all, really. So everything works out in everybody's best sort of interest, yours and everybody else around you, because you're this beautiful, considerate soul, um, or human being. But I feel, and I love it so, so much. I feel that it's more like the world is starting um, to kind of mold to to your needs and your desires, and the things that you need, which is amazing, which is so, so, so beautiful. I mean, you give so much to the world, and you always consider everybody, and you always try your best um, to get everyone to reach their greatest potential. And now I feel all this sort of beauty that you might have been giving out, and this consideration, everything that you might have been giving out, really for the greatest part of your life. It's kind of like life is saying, okay, let's start giving some of that beauty back to him or back to her. So it's just beautiful sort of karmic patterns that are coming back, and you can be looking forward to amazing things. All right. Of course, with June, we are um, also sort of moving from that Gemini energy, which can be a beautiful energy, but it's Gemini can be very sort of multidimensional in a way sometimes. Moving more towards the Cancerian energy, which is the more sort of calm energy sometimes, if you want to put it like that. Okay, of course, all the zodiacs have their beauty, but it's like you're moving to this calm period. And what I want to ask you just before we start, not technically we started, but um, think back for me a year ago from where you are right now. And of course, there's things in life that are challenging, but think of the beautiful things that happened in your life in the past year. So the people that you met, and the experiences that you had, and the moments that you smiled, and the amazing little things that came up that you didn't expect. Okay, all those beautiful blessings that came up in your life that you didn't expect. And if you think about it, and this is such an amazing insight that I got about 2 years ago. My sister actually gave it to me, is that imagine all these wonderful things that came about in your life in the last year. Now imagine how exciting, the next year that comes, it may be for you, the next year, from June 2020 to June 2021. All right, we just don't know, but it's by opening your heart and opening your mind and opening your soul and saying, I'm willing to have these experiences. That is how you align yourself with the energy for those beautiful experiences to manifest in your life. All right. So the same as we always do, I'd like us to connect in our heart space. But as we breathe in, I'd like you to breathe all the way into your heart space, giving gratitude for all those beautiful, amazing, wonderful blessings and miracles and windfalls and all those fantastic things that happen and all those fantastic people that you meet. And maybe just the person that just smiles at you when you go to the store or something like that. It makes such a difference in this world. I think we really underestimate the value of a smile sometimes. And so as we breathe into our heart space together, me doing the same, I want to ask you to just give gratitude for those things. To say to the universe, yes, tick, 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 tick. I like those, I like those, I like those. All right? And of course, because we're connecting together, and it doesn't matter whether you look at this reading now or you look at it sometime in the future, our hearts are always connecting because we are one. All right, and as we breathe out and as we release, letting go of those experiences that maybe made us a little bit sad, and kind of put a bit of a damper on our on our mood and our mind and our lives. And so breathing in the beauty, the positivity, the gratitude, and releasing that which that we are willing to no longer have in our life. Releasing with peace, releasing with harmony, releasing with light, releasing with love. Forgiveness, if it's maybe a little bit difficult to forgive still, with the forgiveness that we are, capable of doing at the moment. Okay, so there we go. All right, there's some air cleansing spray for you. This is Palo Santo with some citrine crystals for abundance, for prosperity, for success, for all the most beautiful things in this world. And then I'm going to start drawing some cards for you. Let me just put these over here. There we go. And we're going to start off with an angel message, and we're going to see what are the angels saying. What do they want to say to you now, and of course with this reading, I've got a reading for you every week, and if you want to, you're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. The one for the month is usually slightly longer, and you can always just come back and check in it again as you go through the month. If you maybe got some questions and you were wondering again, you're always welcome to come back, and then subscribe to the channel, and then every week I've got a reading coming out for you as well. So the overall energy for you for the month of June 2020, it says focus on service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything that you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in the stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. Okay. And of course, with our focus for new beginnings, it is also really that as you give out, it all comes back to you again. All right, so you've been giving so much that it's starting to come back to you now. It's starting to, it's literally payback time for you in the most positive way. And of course, this is a general reading, so whatever resonates with you, you take that in your heart, and what doesn't resonate with you, you just release that with peace and you let it go. All right, if you want to have a personal reading, I'm still extending my, I call it my lockdown special. But if you still want to have that, it's $12 for 30 minutes reading that I send to you, so you can do that. And then look at this one. This is incredible. It says Soul Connection Crystals and the Lovers. All right, and these crystals, they've got several different names for them, but in general they're really called twins. All right, so because crystals kind of grow in clusters, and then sometimes when they are harvested or taken from the earth, there's pieces that stay together, and we call them twins. And so for a lot of you, your soul family is coming together, which really falls perfectly in line with new beginnings. Your soul family is coming together, so you may actually find that you get a lot of people coming into your life that you didn't expect, suddenly meeting someone somewhere or a group of people. It's almost like like all your soul family that you have, you've kind of gone out into the world, fractals of light souls having a human being experience. You've kind of gone out into the world, and you've had your experiences, but now you bring it all back together again. All the experiences that you had, you bring all that back together again now, and to almost sort of regroup and say, okay, so we're regrouping, we're unpacking what is everything that we experience, and how can we now go into a space of working together. All right. There's a beautiful thing that Aquarius always understood, which I really, really admire. And my best friend in the world is an Aquarius, is that they understand that somehow it's like something they just get. They understand the value of working together. And it's like the more you work together, the more you actually get to experience and celebrate your beautiful individuality. You know who you are. These cards are the Life Enchanted Map cards. And oh, you've got two. All right, sure, no worries. We're going to take the one that came up first. So protecting treasure. So just be mindful to. It's all great and fair and wonderful to help and to share and to give out, but also be careful not to give out so much that you become depleted yourself. You know, so that there's basically nothing left for you. So just be careful of that. All right. It's beautiful to give. It's beautiful to welcome. People into your space, into your energy. To give your attention, but remember to get rest, sufficient rest. There's something that's coming up for you quite strongly. To not over sort of invest yourself, feeling that Rome has to be built in half a day. All right, and yep, and that is how you stay inside the magic stream. Okay, so your cards this month is going to come from the Archangel Tarot deck, and I'm going to draw 4 there for you. And so yeah, this magic stream card is also a reminder for you, Aquarius, that you are already inside of the flow by all the service that you've done, by all the beauty that you've done, throughout your life, not just really now, but throughout your life. You have, you've really been sort of setting up for yourself a beautiful life experience, karmic experience to come back to in very positive ways. I'm just going to show you the cards. All right, so there is Queen of Gabriel, Queen of Ariel, speaking a lot about trusting your intuition and your sort of your gut, your guidance to get what it is that your heart desires. So the key to manifesting for you is to follow your gut. It's to follow your guidance. All right. 5 of Gabriel, also confirming there, and I think that you really feel inside your gut as well that there are really beautiful things coming your way. 10 of Michael just confirms it there for you as well. Let's just see what is written on this card. It says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want and the ability to attract helpful people. Lovely. All right. Nurture yourself and those you love, the ability to make anything more beautiful, practical, and wise advice. And a challenge that you can resolve with withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. And a situation has ended and you are finally free with new opportunities for happiness that will now follow. And put the past behind you. Okay, so what I have here is that, first of all, there's the confirmation that you can do anything right now. All right, and I feel there's a very sort of charged up energy inside of you at this moment, and you might find it a little bit annoying and even frustrating because it's like the outside world doesn't kind of fully support what you're kind of feeling in the inside world. And I feel that for some of you, you kind of thinking, is it that the world is not comprehending everything, where I'm going, or am I not comprehending the world? So I feel that some of you might feel that you might be a little bit in the sort of twilight zone, where you kind of almost questioning yourself in many of your decisions and your choices, and where you are right now. And I feel that for some of you, you even feel like, if I've been wasting my life away, if I've been wasting everything away, was everything even worth it? So I feel that you're questioning yourself quite a lot. But in the questioning of yourself, try to you don't really want to move away from the questioning. You want to be open to asking yourself, questions, being open with yourself and honest with yourself and all that sort of stuff. Because sometimes, there's a lot of time, let me rather put it like this, a lot of times, we are told not to feel, not to feel our emotions too much. And if you're feeling a bit down, just focus on a happier sort of thought. don't go to those low vibrational sort of things. But one thing that I know from my own life experience, and as a person who also teaches, like, law of attraction or manifestation and those type of things, a lot, especially when I work with my one-on-one, sort of clients, like my regression hypnosis clients, and I, use NLP and like cognitive behavioral therapy and just everything really, is that I see the value of when you acknowledge what you feel and who you are and where you are. You know, so if you are doing really great, really wonderful, all smiling, all happy, fantastic. But if you're having a bit of an off time, be it an off day or an off month, um, be okay with that too. Because when we don't acknowledge how we feel, we're sort of making a part of ourselves wrong. And when you make a part of ourselves wrong, you actually create an energy block over there, because it says to you that that part of you is wrong. And so when you go through life and you see evidence in your own life and in life around you, of that sort of experience, it confirms again in your mind, oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. All right. Whereas you maybe want to think of life more as, think of life as a learning curve. Think of life as giving you feedback. All right. So every situation that you have, every emotion that you have, is giving you feedback, and then you can question yourself: how do I feel about this? Do I like this or don't I like this? Would I like to use this as a learning curve? Um, uh, Maybe as a feedback from life. And am I okay with this or am I not okay with this? All right. And if you're not okay with this, then okay. So I acknowledge what's happening here right now, and I'm not that okay with it. So I may prefer something different. It's almost like when you watch television, all right? Say you watch something like Netflix and you've got multiple choice. So you watch something and you may have liked this before, and you come across it, you're like, it's not really for me, not today or not at the moment. And then you go search for something different, okay? Think of it like that. Try not to overthink it. Don't oversimplify it, but try not to overcomplicate life either, because really, life is simple. Okay? And remember to nurture yourself. Remember to, I want to really challenge you during the month of June. Every single day, I want you to find something um, nice to do for yourself. It doesn't matter what it is, it can be something really small. Something nice that you do for yourself every single day. Even if it is that just before you wake up in the morning, when you wake up, before you get out of bed, you take a nice deep breath in. So, thank you that I've got air to breathe. Or when you go to bed at night, thank you that I've got a bed that I can go into sleep. Okay? It can be something small. And then once a week, I'd like to challenge you. You can choose a day. For some reason, I really feel Saturdays for you. Choose a day that you do something a little bit bigger for yourself. It doesn't matter what it is. Again, be it that you have that you have a slice of cake, or you have a very healthy day where you only have salads if you maybe not that healthy, whatever really. But find something small within each day and something big for one day every month, every one day of the week within the month of June. And when you get to the end of June, I guarantee your life would have changed so much, so much. Your connection with the universe, which is really just channeling, will be so much stronger, because you took care of yourself. When you take care of the vessel, then the information flows through you easier, the solutions come to you easier, the opportunities come to you easier. All right? Because remember, first of all, not all change always seems that positive in the beginning. Sometimes it's a bit rocky, kind of like wobbly kind of thing in the beginning. Also, the more you allow the energy to flow through you, or rather the more you are willing to let it flow, the more it does. Okay? You are the vessel in control of your life. Okay? And yeah, there's a confirmation here that there's beautiful things that are on their way. A lot of it is still, in the energetic field, but it's coming together. Look at that. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together. And you are working along with your, soul family, because you putting pieces of the puzzles together. And as you open yourself to new solutions and to new beautiful things to happen in your life, that is how the universe bring those pieces that you seek towards you, the solutions, the opportunities. Because remember, just because you don't see the solution and just because you don't see the opportunity doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. All right. um, I feel magic coming in your life, especially if you put in the work. You get towards the end of June, so maybe the 20th of June, 25th June, towards the end of June. I feel so much is being wrapped up, so many cycles, so many karmic cycles are being wrapped up for you that maybe didn't serve you in the most positive way, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. You're moving into a space where you're beginning to really not only realize, not open yourself to the idea, but experience in your life how you are the magic, how you are the powerful creator of your life. You are really, really moving into the space during this month of June 2020. Whenever you're looking at this in future, it's also the right time for you to look at it. But especially for those of you looking at it right now, you are moving into that space where you are becoming that powerful creator, because you are opening that heart space. You are the work that you've put into your heart space, into your loving yourself, into appreciating yourself, into approving yourself. All the work that you've done, all the experiences that you've had in your life, all that beautiful karma is coming back for you for this new beginnings. And it's like it's opening sort of your third eye. Your connection with the universe is improving, it's strengthening, it's amazing. You are able to discern so much better. You're going to that space where somebody comes towards you with something and you're like, your intentions ain't that good. Okay. Or somebody comes to you with like a simple idea and you realize that, oh, this can actually be so much better, this can be so much bigger. You're seeing so much potential. It's like life is beginning to show you. And remember, as we said in the beginning, you're there in your magic stream. Life is showing you amazing ways to expand better, for how to expand your life. I see an expansion in your physical life. I see a sudden sort of end to a lot of things that might have been bothering you coming to an end. Resources improving, money, new job, career improvements. So this is very much about you, and I think that's so amazing, because you are this person who gives so much to others. You give so much to the world, and so but and all that you give out, it's coming to you and it's expanding your life, and it's really, really beautiful. But there's a new balance that is coming in here, a new beautiful, beautiful balance that is entering your life. There's a lot of ties that you may have had, energetic ties, things that weren't serving you positively, people that weren't serving you positively, situations that weren't serving you positively. And all of those are really, they're very much coming to an end. All right, so it's the end of a lot of cycles here for you. And even though sometimes endings can be experienced as overwhelming, in your case, this is not going to be the case. This is a very smooth transition. You are so much stronger, so many of you, than what you really give yourself credit for sometimes. Okay. And you really, it's like you're beginning to see your own potential of who you are, where you would, you do like your affirmations and your wishes and your desires and those sort of things, but it's not so much that you just wish for it and then it kind of happens in drips and drabs, maybe, possibly, perhaps. I see very sudden things happening for you. You kind of put a thought out there, boom, 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 it starts to happen. Put a thought out there, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Which is amazing, which you deserve. And if you want that, I want you to open your heart, take a nice deep breath, and say, into the heart space, yes, 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 yes. And as you breathe out, you are willing to let go of those things that consciously or subconsciously are holding you back from having your greatest experience of life. And then we're just going to end off for you with a card. This is your motivational card for you, and it says so typical for Aquarius. It says that there is a deeper reason for each of your questions, and seek it. All right. Our soul has this way of speaking to us, and you are really beginning to listen. You're beginning to hear. You're beginning to feel. And in the back of the card, it says guidance, attention, help, maybe, love, always, criticism, never. This is from the universe. The question was, what to give others, if anything at all? Isn't it fun to be you? Okay. Yeah, this is you are going into this magical period of manifestation. You can expect, which might even take a little bit of your breath away. You can expect that you kind of put the thought out there, even in passing, and then boom, it just happens. But that is it. That is when you have learned not only about putting the intention out there, but also to surrender, to let go. Okay, because then you're really in the magical flow, and you may have conscientiously brought yourself to this point, or it might just be that you haven't really been thinking about it, too much, but it's like little thoughts of the past started to come back to you, little things that you were thinking about, or bigger things that you were thinking about. But with all that being said, you've brought yourself, and know that this is you. That you've brought yourself to this incredible period where you can manifest sort of anything right now. Okay? To make use of the opportunities, because this is a brand new start for you. All right. So that's all I got for you this week. Aquarius is obviously for the month of June, and then every week I have like a bit of a shorter reading for you. Okay. Um, yep. I think next week we will focus on your special gifts, because I think that's quite a cool one to look at. What are your special gifts in this world? Okay, so if you're looking forward to that one, subscribe to the channel, and it will be coming out next week, Monday. And if you want to, you're more than welcome to follow me on Facebook as well as on Instagram. I try to post a lot of motivation on Instagram, and on Facebook I go live from time to time, where I actually draw cards for individuals. So if you'd like to connect there on a more personal basis, you're more than welcome to do so. Or you can also order yourself a personal reading for $12 US, and it's a 30 minutes downloadable reading that I send to you, which you can look at again and again, same way you can look at this reading again and again and again. Because the more times you look at it, you will see new things that you haven't seen before. Honor, love, and respect, my beautiful souls. I will see you next time.